DAAD. DAAD stands for Deutsche Akademische Austauschdienst, which is German Academic Exchange Service in English. But we always use the German abbreviation for DAAD. We don't use G, German, GA, XES. It's always DAAD. This is the headquarter in Bonn. And we have of branches and information centers around the world, so 64 of them around the world. In all, we have about 475 lecturers teaching at various international universities, I mean various universities abroad and not in Germany. Is that what I mean? They are basically teaching German language and promoting German language, but a majority of them are also subject experts. For example, IIT Kanpur recently had a professor in economics. We have one environmentalist at the Terry University in Delhi. We have two more lecturers in Delhi at Delhi University and Jawaharlal Nehru University teaching German language. Then we also have another person teaching German language and culture at University of Pune and also at IIT Madras. What is very important is that the DAAD gives about 70,000 scholarships every year. Now what is most important for you to know that the German Academic Exchange Service does not give any partial funding, where for example the other agencies from other countries might say, okay, we give more scholarships in numbers, but then those scholarships are for example, just travel grant, just the tuition fee, just the living. But DAAD gives you a full scholarship. So if you get a scholarship from DAAD, your airfare is included, your insurance is included, your stipend is included. There is no tuition fee, or very small amount is tuition fee. So the question of tuition fee waiver as it is in US does not come here. So these are 70,000 full PhDs, full scholarships. It's not partial funding. This makes the German Academic Exchange Service the biggest academic funding organization in the world. Here is the, please come in, please join us. Here is the extent of our presence around the world. So in India, we are in New Delhi, that's our regional office. Then the offices in Bangalore and Mumbai are info points. So we have in all 5 offices. Depending upon where you are, you can go and contact them. But you see, there are a lot of offices anyway. There are lots of countries also in Europe, so it feels it's very concentrated, that there's more presence there. But our presence is quite a lot here. In China, there is a lot of presence, not in terms of offices, but in terms of DAAD lecturers. There's a bigger number there. Okay, once again, the 5 Olympic goals of the DAAD in the rings. So I'm sure all of you now know which are these goals. There are scholarships for foreigners, that's like you going to Germany to study. Then there are scholarships for Germans to go elsewhere in the world and study. The internationalization of German universities, that's a main goal. translates into 11% foreign students in Germany. So of all the student population, the number of foreign students is 11%. Can anyone guess which is the country from where the maximum number of foreign students come to Germany? China. USA? No, no. China. And it's not because the German government has special programs for them. It is because the Chinese government has special programs where they send big numbers of students to come to Germany and elsewhere. It's not only in Germany but elsewhere that they go and study. Promotion of German language and German studies is another major goal of the German Academic Exchange Service, and our lecturers are for example, in India we have 3 lecturers, then we have I think 3 to 4 language assistants. So they support and help the lecturers to further the spread of German language in their respective universities. Then there is this program on educational cooperation with developing countries. I'm sure a lot of us will debate if India is a developing country or not, but they have this program where German universities collaborate with Indian universities, and then some projects go on wherein even students get to move from one place to the other, etc. Okay, these are 6 very important reasons why one should choose Germany to do their research or study. I don't think I need to read them out, you can all read. What is very important in German education system is the unity of research and teaching. So all the professors who are teaching are also researching at the same time. So you are never left out from what's going on. So you are always, part of the cutting edge research which is going on in Germany. So, and number 2, because of this strong tradition of unity of research and teaching, and the German people not thinking that the German education system is to be sold. Education is to be sold because it's supposed to be promoted by teaching and research. You don't have tuition fees in most of the universities. So it is unlike the other countries where you pay a huge tuition fee. Here you don't pay tuition fee to the same tune, but you get the best of the system, of the academic system. So, did you know that aspirin, toothpaste, TV were German inventions? Or this is news to you? X-ray I can understand, automobile, airbags, yeah. It's very clear. MP3 is a product of the Fraunhofer Institute. It's one of the research institutes which basically does contractual research. So I think when I saw this for the first time, I said, Acha, okay. It was like bulbs going on here. That yes, this is okay. This is also a German product. This is also a German product. All these things touch our daily life in some way or the other. If you see the fields of the Nobel laureates, it's not only sciences, it's also humanities and social sciences where the German researchers excel. So in the last 25 years, there have been 25 German Nobel laureates, and at the same, if you go back 80 years, there are 80 Nobel laureate. So it's almost like one every year. It's there is so much of work going on, so much of research going on, and so much of world-class, high-quality research going on. These numbers speak for themselves. Okay, where all can you do research in Germany? You can do your research at the universities, technical universities, and also at the universities of applied science. Apart from that, there are these non-university institutions like, they're already there, so it is not a quiz. Max Planck Society, Helmholtz, Leibniz Association, Fraunhofer, these are the institutes where you can do research. And of course, you can work in the industry and research there. Now, what Shilpa had also mentioned in the first presentation today is these non-university research institutions cannot confer a degree to you. They can't award a PhD to you. It's like the CSIR. The CSIR labs you can go and research with, but till now they could not give you a degree. They couldn't award a PhD to you. So, and now they have started an academy, so they would be conferring degrees. They are a deemed university, but till now it was not the case. So it's the same case with the research institutes in Germany. Wherever they are located, they collaborate with the local university, and it's the university which grants you the degree. But you do all your research at the research institute. So this graphic just tells you what kind of research goes on, which are the institutes which are into fundamental research and which into applied sciences, and where does the industry. So industry has to be in this because it's applied sciences. Universities primarily are into fundamental research, but they also do some research for the industry. There's a lot of funding which comes from the industry to universities for research. There are 400 plus universities in Germany, and out of which 46 have extra emphasis on research. The USP of the German education system is the unity of teaching and research. So it can be fundamental, it can be applied, or experimental development. Everything is possible. Now let's come to our PhD. How you can do research in Germany. So basically it's PhD. At bachelor and master level, you do need to, at the master level, you need to do a small project, as a part of your degree course, but the main research comes in the PhD program. So, and there are two ways of doing PhD in Germany. One is the individual PhD, that's the traditional approach. It is also how it works in India generally, and the other option is to do a structured PhD. Now individual doctoral program is where you need a professor, a Dr. Vater or Dr. Mutter. That's your supervisor. Mutter when it's a lady, Vater when it's a man. And you have to, that's most important, you need the professor who agrees to be your mentor, your guide. The other thing here is you must find out if the professor you are contacting is the ideal person for your kind of research. So that is very important. Otherwise the professor will say, no, don't come from my field of research, so I don't guide you. Here in the individual doctoral program, the researcher works individually, alone, on the research topic which has been chosen by him or her and the professor together. It's very necessary to have a very high level of motivation and discipline to be able to complete your individual doctoral research in time, because there is no professor who's going to come and say, hello, you haven't done this experiment, hello, you haven't come to meet me. You, as they said, you always have to take an appointment. Your own initiative is very important in this field. So it's very, very important that you yourself are highly motivated. You take initiative to work on your PhD, and you don't completely and totally depend on the professor to help you. He's not going to do any hand holding, unlike in India, where it does happen that the professors hand hold you through your PhD. It's not the case in Germany. If you don't ask, it is presumed that you know. One of the scholarship awardees who's in Germany now, she writes to me and she said, you know, actually they're teaching us to think here, and it's so liberating. So this is not what I'm not saying that it doesn't happen at all, but generally it doesn't happen that you have that kind of option to think individually and work on your PhD. The good thing about this doctoral program is, not the bad thing, the one side is that you need to be self-disciplined and highly motivated. On the other side, it gives you total freedom to work on what your research interest is. So you're not bound by the PhD, the limits or the framework of a structured PhD program to work only in those parameters. Here, it's most of our DAAD scholarships are awarded to individual doctoral programs, but it has changed. Now we also have scholarships for structured PhDs. The only difference is the application procedure. The application procedure for the individual scholarship is 1st of October is the deadline, applications come to us, etc., etc. The structured doctoral programs, the university decides its own deadline, and the application goes directly to the university, and the university takes a decision and intimates. Now you'll have to kindly write down this link if you are interested. You have to Google DAAD space GSSP. It's Graduate School Structured Program. When you Google this, you will come to a page and scroll down. There you will get the list of programs. So you will